Hello, my name is Jim Cunliffe, and I'm with a group called the Cultivator. And what we've done is we've looked at wildfires over the last couple of years, and we've developed a couple innovative ways to take and deal with them, and to deal with their death and destruction, etc. Now, based on that, one of the latest studies done is if I lie to you and give you a conspiracy theory, you'll believe me a lot better than if I don't. Okay? So, I'm not going to lie. So you're probably not going to believe me. At least that's what it says according to that report. Now, what we've done is we've worked on this project for a little over 2 years. And we looked at the way that wildfires are being fought today. And here's what we came up with. But first, I think that we really need to take and look at our credibility so that you've got some idea that we are absolutely for real. And here's where we'll start, and then we'll take a look at it later. Okay? Thank you. Here's a letter from our Congressman Paul Tonko concerning a project that we did down in Puerto Rico. But he actually got the essence of what we really do. And we just think that this is great, okay? So, but now back to wildfires. We, as human beings, sort of don't deal with wildfires very good. As you can see, let's not go to the beach, right? The most important part of a wildfire, though, is called the Wildfire-Urban interface. And that's where all of the death, destruction, the health things, everything else takes place. And the thing that we started looking at about 2.5 years ago is how do we deal with this part of it and then the rest of it as an overall. So basically what we looked at was we are still dealing with it in a more military fashion, and then we looked at the airdrops and how all of that works. And what we actually did is we came up with a relatively innovative way to take and deal with this type of fire. What we did is we made a small pump that's portable. And here it is. It's sitting behind this truck. You can pull it along at about 15 miles an hour, and it's just amazing. It pumps over 500 feet. This little pump can pump 10,000 gallons a minute, which is astounding. What that interprets to is the standard is a 1/2 inch of water over 1 acre will pretty much put out any type of wildfire that you have. So based on that standard, we can put 1 inch of water over 1 acre in around 3 minutes. So that definitely has some context to it. The other thing is with its logistics, you can pull it down the road, put it on a 360-degree swivel, and have 1,000-foot barrier going down the road, 500 feet on each side. The other thing that we've done with it is we've blown out fire breaks. We can do about 150 feet wide down to bare earth. It really does depend on what's on top of it. And the other thing, it can be used for irrigation and other purposes. Now, we also recognize the fact of water. There's a definite shortage of water. So the thing is we came up with a vegetable slurry that will take the place of water. It does 80% to 20%. So it's 80% vegetables, 20% water. At the same time, we add a few other things to it, but it's 100% organic. So that's what we've got in our hands today, and it's ready to go. You've got everything to do the vegetables there. We could bring the pump out tomorrow. Now, how do we get started? Okay, the first thing we need to do is raise the money to take and do the project there, put fires out to prove the system. So how can we do that? What you can do is the first thing you can do is become a member of the Cultivator. That's $50, $50, and it's on GoFundMe and Patreon, and you get a first tier 1-year membership. You will be involved with this project directly. What does that mean? That means that we have to take and have people there that can help us put all of this together, get the vegetables, be able to go in and fight the fires, be able to take and have locations to go to, So we need trucks and tankers, and we have a huge assorted amount of things that need to be done, but it needs to be done by the people there. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise the money right now to pay the people there when we get there to take and help us put this together to stop all this death and destruction. So that's what we need you for. Well, and we need that part of it very pointedly, because what good is it? We just made these tools, and if we can't, and we don't have anybody to use them, then what are they worth? Moving into phase 2, what we want to do now is create independent businesses throughout the areas. And what they do is they will go out and they'll put the fires out and they'll stop the death and destruction, and they are all independent and operational on their own, but connected back to us through a psychometric system. And what that'll do is we're going to continue our research and development to stop this death and destruction. And it's going to start with this little pump, and we're going to go from there and move forward and get this operational. Now, here's our competition right now. Here's a truck, 5,000 gallons a minute, sits still, and it costs $500,000. So there you go. Now, I want to go back to credibility. Here's where we started. Here's where we've gotten to. Here's some of our membership. And I just want to show you that what we do is we have a broad spectrum. We have school for children to do science and tech. Here's our sort of prototype center. We have all kinds of other equipment that we work with. To go full circle, here's our project in Puerto Rico. It turned out very well. We ended up with about 4,000 power bikes made out of the devastation that was left over from the hurricane. Thank you. Please join. This is one of many different projects that you could be interested in, or you could bring your own project to us to see what we can do. So please join. This is very important. Thank you.